If you're interested in fasting in 2026, let me ask you this. Do you want to spend $70 per year on the Zero app? Or would you rather pay $0 for a great app to keep track of your fasts and keep you motivated as you burn fat throughout 2026 and beyond? Well, I'm going to quickly walk you through the most popular fasting app called Zero. But more importantly, I want to show you some better alternatives that you're probably not aware of. So if you've got an iPhone and you want to get lean in 2026, this video is for you. All right, so I couldn't do a fasting app video and not mention Zero. So let's quickly address this elephant in the room before we move on to the alternatives. The Zero app is solid. It's well designed, it gets the job done. At its core, there's a slick-looking, well-animated circular timer where you can easily create and edit new fasts on the fly. If you click up here in the top left, it takes you to your calendar. And I love how you can just display days in which you did some kind of fasting, or if you toggle on Show Fasting Progress, you get these nice connections showing how long your multi-day fasts stretched, and how it nicely displays the numeric value of your fasting hour totals. Some very nice design details there. There's plenty of reason why it's the top dog on the market, but all that being said, even though they do offer a free version, frankly, I've gotten sick of constantly being prompted to upgrade to Zero Plus every time I open the app. I know there are folks out there who swear by this app and absolutely love it, but for me, at a price point of $70 a year, I simply can't justify it. Hence, I started doing some research and checking out all the various alternatives to Zero. Turns out there are a lot of other fasting apps out there. Problem is, most of them are crap, and some of the better ones are also subscription-based, so you'll still end up paying every year, even if it's less than $70 a year like Zero. But don't worry, I'm saving you the trouble of going through all of these awful apps, or the decent quality but overpriced subscription ones, in order to bring you actually viable alternatives to Zero. The first alternative, which you can install and use for free, but does have a premium version that's actually quite nice, is called Fasty. You have to be careful though, because there are actually multiple apps in the App Store called Fasty. If you're interested in this one that I'm about to show you, then click on the link I've included in the video description in order to make sure you land at the right Fasty app in the App Store. All right, let's get into it. The onboarding experience is pretty minimal, which is just how I like it. In moments, you've already landed at the main interface. You've obviously got your main ring here displaying your current fast progress, but looking down below, we've got 3 buttons, all of which are relevant. You can tap the bottom left button to choose from any of the common presets. And this is quite the proper list of presets. And what's extra cool is you can tap on Pick Hours under Custom Goals to type in any number of hours you want, or you can specify days, which will instantly get converted into the correct amount of hours. Or you can even pick a date in the future, and it will once again convert it into the correct amount of hours now till then. Oh, and by the way, I noticed that if you click Edit at the top right, you can actually toggle on and off these various groups if you're never going to use them. And you can also tap the Add New Preset button at the bottom to add a very specific preset that you want to use repeatedly. Note that this will only work if you pay for the app, but more details on that later. Whenever you want to start your next fast, obviously just tap the Start Fast button, which conveniently displays the number of hours that is the goal for the fast you're about to start. And what's also cool is, similarly to Zero, you can always adjust your start times and end goals on the fly, even after you've already started recording a fast. All right, lastly, if you tap on the bottom right button, it brings up your stats. As expected, you get to see your number of total fasts, your total number of hours fasted, your average fast length, your record for longest fast, your longest streak, and your current streak. Then your badges are listed, but what's cool is if you go under Settings, clicking at the top right, if you then tap on Statistics, you can actually toggle on or off all of these various components of your stats screen. Very nice, although that being said, this level of customization is actually only available if you pay for the Pro version. By the way, taking a closer look at your fasting calendar on the statistics page, this is actually pretty nice. At first, this threw me for a loop, but then I realized what the display is here. That 3 you see for Monday, December 22nd, actually represents the literal 3 hours of fasting that I recorded for that day, which stretched into Tuesday, of course. The 16 hours displayed for Tuesday represents the 16 hours of total fasting I did that day, even though it was split up between 2 different fasts, which are conveniently displayed below. And these are each interactive, so I can click through to see the details of each of those fasts and either edit or delete them. While we're on this stats page, I also wanted to call out this button at the top left. I feel like this is another nice but different depiction of all your fasts. Obviously more of a timeline display than a traditional calendar. Pretty nice, and I kind of like how the eating windows are added in there but grayed out, because obviously they're less important, but it helps give context to your fasts. I dig it here. Also note how at the bottom there are buttons for export and import. And note that you can either export or import with just the basic plan. Don't have to upgrade to Pro to do this. One more thing, as I scroll down on the statistics page, I wasn't going to keep track of my weight because it really doesn't matter to me how much my weight fluctuates. Me being the ultra nerd that I am, I'd kind of actually like to see the visual correlation between all my fasting and my body weight. So perhaps I will start weighing myself on a daily or at least somewhat regular basis. All right, moving on from the statistics, let's take a quick look at the settings to see all that we can customize more to our liking. You can toggle on or off the fasting zone icons in your fasting ring. Me personally, I prefer the clean look without the icons displayed there. You can turn on a background gradient or just keep the background as a solid color. Me, I almost always prefer a pure black backdrop, but nice to have the option to change that. I do like to mix things up occasionally. You can choose whether your fasting timer counts up or down. Me, I prefer mine counting up because lots of times I want to push it a lot further than whatever my goal was. There's tons of custom themes available if you sign up for the Pro version. And you can tweak individual colors of various elements, which is quite nice. I love this level of customization. You're certainly not getting this in Zero, even though you're paying way more for that app. As for notifications, you can not only get notified when you've reached your fasting goal, but also at other points all along the way, if you want. And this one is really key for me. Neither Zero nor the other app I'm going to show you today have this, which seems kind of odd to me because this is like a no-brainer to have this. But with Fasty, you can have a live activity on your lock screen displaying your current fasting status. I love this, and you've even got some customization options for the live activity. You can have it with a nice clean minimal look, or you can also choose to display these interactive buttons which will jump to the app in terms of starting or finishing a fast. Oh, and by the way, in addition to the live activity, you've also got a few widget options also. One last thing here with Fasty Pro, you can also automate and trigger fasts with Apple shortcuts. Again, cool little bonus and providing just enough reason to upgrade. Speaking of which, let's talk about Fasty versus Fasty Pro. If you're not going to pay for Fasty Pro, if it's just between Zero and Fasty, in my opinion, Fasty is way better. You get a great core experience without being constantly bombarded with prompts to sign up for a premium version, like how Zero does. At the same time, if you do want to go ahead and pay for the Pro version of Fasty, not only is the subscription way cheaper than Zero, but unlike Zero, you can get Fasty Pro for life with a one-time payment of $50. Now this might sound like a lot, but again, if you compare with Zero, you're going to be paying $70 per year, even if you do take advantage of one of Zero's promos to get it for $50 for your first year. So yeah, what I recommend is, if you're serious about leveling up your fasting in 2026, just install the free version of Fasty instead of Zero. Try it out for a few weeks, or however long you need to feel it out. And if you're enjoying it, go ahead and pay for the Pro version to further enhance your experience. It's a win-win-win all around. Improve your health, enjoy using a premium app for life after just paying once, and in the process you support an independent developer. All that being said, if for whatever reason you're not feeling Fasty, I've got one more option for you that's totally free, and I guarantee you've never heard of this one. It has barely any reviews in the App Store, which is a shame because my initial experience has been quite good thus far. And honestly, my plan is to simultaneously keep track of my fasts in Fasty and this app until it becomes clear that I prefer one over the other. All right, the second alternative to Zero is a nifty little app called Null Fasting. It's free, and from what I can tell, it doesn't even have a paid version, so if you're really on a tight budget, well, this could be the app for you. Okay, let's get into some details. Once again, onboarding is nice and straightforward. You're just right into using the app immediately. And also, you don't have to create an account if you don't want to. Once again, there is an import and export option, so that's another plus. It literally says import from Zero app. So if you want to switch over from Zero, easy peasy. Also with Null Fasting, you can set schedules. I don't particularly care to set a regular fasting schedule because it really depends on what else is going on in my life, but nice that this feature is there. I can definitely see how this could work well for those of you who have a very fixed schedule and want to stick with it. The trends screen is nice, but to be honest, some of the data displays, especially in the calendar, seem kind of wonky, kind of useless. I feel like the history calendar works way better than the trends calendar. Cool how it distinguishes between completed, partial, and missed fasts. I'm guessing the missed fasts only show up if you scheduled a fast, but didn't do it. Otherwise, the date just remains blank if you don't fast on any given day. I do like that you can add notes to any given fast, although it's a bit buried. And if you ever wanted to find some notes you wrote about a specific fast, well, good luck finding it, because there doesn't seem to be any search functionality. All right, so in conclusion, Zero may be good, but I think Fasty is actually better in all the ways I showcased in this video. And cost-wise, if you're serious about making fasting part of your healthy lifestyle in 2026 and beyond, which would you rather do? Pay $70 a year for Zero, or just a one-time purchase of $50 to use Fasty Pro forever? Like I recommended earlier, I suggest you install and use the free version of Fasty and Null Fasting. See how you like them, and if you're preferring Fasty, which already is the case for me in these early days, go ahead and do the one-time purchase to unlock all the Pro features. By the way, none of these app links are affiliate links, so I make absolutely nothing whether you sign up or not. I'm simply sharing this knowledge with you because I genuinely wanted to find a better alternative to the overpriced Zero app for myself. And hey, if I should benefit from my research and findings, well, why not you as well? It's sort of how this channel works in general. I'm always looking to level up my creative skills, productivity, and overall quality of life. And as I discover all of these apps and services and various techniques that improve my life, well, then I pay it forward by making these videos. If you've gained any value from today's video, well, you can thank me by simply clicking the like button. It's free and easy and helps get this video out for more people to see. And hey, beyond clicking the like button, if you want to see more videos from me, click the subscribe button and be sure to click the bell to get notified as soon as I post new videos. 2026 is here and I'm super stoked about not just leveling up creative skills and boosting productivity, but with all the wisdom and insights I've accrued in 2025, well, I just want to start moving beyond just Apple and Adobe stuff with this YouTube channel. Don't worry, all of that won't be going away, but I want to expand beyond just that. Let's start getting into lifestyle choices, philosophy and mindset, fitness and health, time management, priorities, understanding society, and dodging the oh so many pitfalls that bring us down. There really are so many components to living a happy, full life. And as I've been bringing all of these components together in my own life, I feel compelled to share a lot of what's been working well for me with you to help you out in your day-to-day, but also in the big picture of life. So anyway, I'll end this video with that. Definitely leave a comment down below if you decide to use either of these fasting apps. I'm curious to hear about your fasting journey, and I'll be glad if I was able to play this small role in improving your health. All right, here's to a kick-ass 2026. I'll see you in the next video.
What to watch next?